Working, so welcome everyone, DemEyesRed here, and this is gonna be the first game of the bronze finals, DauT versus Melkor. And the first game is going to be Turks versus Franks. Nice bases here on the left hand side for DauT, nice gold, nice stone, I like it. Keep that one coming. And then the gold over here, well, mediocre, this stone is not too good, this gold is not too good. And that's all about it. On the right hand side we have Melkor with the Franks, and about him and his map, nice stone to the back, nice gold to the back. A bit far away, but that's fine. This gold over here not so good, this is also quite dangerous, this stone is not good. So that's about him and his base. Franks and Turks, quite happy to see this, guys, because I think Melkor has understood that opening the game, the matchup of best of 5 with the Franks, would be more of a promising first win, at least in theory. I think with the Slavs, it's also quite nice, but he played it a bit more differently. He couldn't just force his scout gameplay as much as he did before. With the Franks, there's a high chance to achieve this very thing. Bronze final, life like final? No, it's just the grand final because, yeah, schedule, man, schedule. Too tight, too tight. But it is how it is, guys. It is how it is. No lag, no... just frame drops, and that's all. Melkor weakness, heavy and early aggression. Exactly. So if you would go for the Trushes, then it could be a great thing. Smush against Melkor would not work, I guess. Just a hard scripted that this is a no-go, but we'll see. And therefore, just thinking what DauT can do, it's quite obvious. With the Turks, their castle age time is extremely strong. The most impactful moment, as well as the early Imperial Age, of course. But we have to see how far he's gonna go. The question about that one is concerning Melkor's playstyle. First of all, DauT is trying to steal a goat, but it's not going to work, it seems. Melkor has his eyes open, and he gets the goat. Perfect, perfect. I like this one. What's more though is DauT and his potential castle placement. If he wants to go for Janissaries, there's a high chance for that one. I'm just saying that if Melkor has all the map control, you are bound to actually drop it inside of your place. So this would create a similar situation in which Vivi was against DauT yesterday. But if he just places it over here, for instance, to protect the stone, or rather here on this area, I don't know, just for the sake of goals, maybe half-hearted, he needs to decide whether to the left or to the right. This would also have more of an impact for the safety of his base, I believe, but it's also quite good to save the gold. I say that that's a crucial decision, because he needs to decide where to put it inside of your base and not outside, because there's a strong chance, high chance that Melkor will actually win the map for the beginning. Well, the thing about that one is DauT could also say, alright, I'll just do something against that one, though DauT has been not known as the most aggressive player in Arena, at least in this tournament. Stark said that maybe DauT has understood that he must act earlier on. But we'll see about this one. Let me just speed up the record a tiny bit because I feel it's a bit slow. And then we'll see. How did DauT do in this tournament? He did really well. He did really well by co-casting. For the tournament, we had the requirement of having the highest elo. So the 8 players that have joined had the highest elo in the tournament. So therefore, DauT didn't even sign up due to his own schedule, and therefore that wouldn't have worked anyway. And with the elo, there was no chance, unfortunately. You had to be 2,365, I guess, to join the tournament, because that was the lowest elo for the 8th player, and that was Jon Snow. Alright, so everything's going well so far. No real big outrageous moments. Both are just doing well. Just for information, we are on a specific different version of Arena that I've kindly asked Trazini to make, and that is just that you have no back resources that are random. You just have your secondary or primary resources somewhere around your base, just normally scripted, as you can see, but the additional resources are all outside. Let me just see where they are. Here, for instance, over there as well, and here. So with that one, map control is rewarded, and with that one also no messed up situation can happen where you go all in and your opponent has 3 additional golds in the back and can survive forever, and he will just kill you because you are starved out earlier than him. And that is something that I always regard as a flaw on this map. If it plays well with the aspect of RNG, of course. RNG is a big figure here in this game, but I still think that minimizing it to a certain extent is more enjoyable for the sake of having a rather, let's say, competitive atmosphere here. So this is the reason why we did that. We also changed the texture over here, but we will change it back to the normal one after this tournament. So I believe on Monday or this night, tonight, we will just release the normal version. So all of you fragile-hearted, beautiful arena players who were complaining and even trying to create a messed up version, a pirated version, a Corsan version of this map, will finally get their real version that they always dreamed of. DauT is going for the next stage with 25 villagers, 26 pop that he has. It's not too early, not too late, just slightly earlier than a typical fast castle you would know. But on this map, everything's possible. Yesterday we saw 22+2, for instance, and this is absolutely beautiful. For Melkor though, he is still waiting a bit and clicks up just now with 2 villagers more. So it seems that DauT has the opportunity to become aggressive, and he is indeed doing something really special over here. Instead of a blacksmith and instead of a market, he is going to go for the stable and the the stable and the blacksmith, or market, depends on his style. But with 3 villagers on gold already, it seems that it's going to be even an archer range. It would make more sense at this point. But we'll have to wait and see. Does he want to go for archers with Turks? Blacksmith and stable makes way more sense, but he has 3 villagers on gold. That confuses me. Unless he wants to get some early text for something. We have to see. Unless I'm completely messing up something, but that's quite a lot of gold now. Stable. Okay. That's quite a lot of gold. I'm just saying. Yeah, maybe market stable, right? But does he really need this? Or does he want to initiate, I know, some weird stuff like going out with scouts and then buying yourself more stone and then dropping even 4th TC? It's a blacksmith though, so that's the interesting thing. For Melkor, we don't even have to look. I won't even click on these buildings. But for DauT, it's even more interesting. What we have to see. So, as I told you guys, the bases are quite okay for both players. There's no real map win, so to speak, because they have some decent resources to the back, both players, so they're not really starved out or anything like this anytime soon. And the first engagement over here is by Melkor poking the wall. Alright. Great comments, great comments. Love it. Already a lot of villagers on gold here for Melkor. Why does he have an archer range? Okay, what? Dude, he has an archer range. I said I won't click on the buildings, man. I'm not toxic, you talk like a journalist trying to free me. He's going with CA. Calling it. Dude, Frank CA? This is not typical gameplay of Melkor. I'm just trying to tell you guys. The special thing about this one is he has Franks. This is Melkor. He has a 99% chance of just going for... I mean, it makes sense as he's against Turks. Ah, now I understand. He actually wanted to go for Scout. I mean, he normally would go for Scouts, but he's facing Turks and he knows about the strength if Turks go for map control. This is excellently done by Melkor, actually. Instead of going for any kind of additional Scout, he just says, you know what, against Light Calves, despite me having more HP on my Scouts in comparison, against Light Calves, no chance. Especially if there are 2 Light Calves. So just using the Spearman is cool. But the archer range is Calf Archers and Endmen. Wow, 3 bloodlines. Is that really it? Is that really the tech to go for? Is that really the strat to go for? It's unexpected, but at the same time, it's a beautiful idea if you think through it. I was just completely caught off guard though. I wouldn't have expected this, but I guess the more you think about it, it's just more of a comprehensible approach. Let's just hope for him that he's gonna make it. 60 HP on those calf archers, but of course it's not a viable option throughout the entire game as Rang's archery line has its strong limitations. But now we have a decent amount. We have 2 archer ranges, a TC to the back, third TC to the back, okay, calf archers and boom to the back. And for DauT, we're going to see in a few seconds. Just going to look at this engagement over here. DauT feels pressured and he needs to retreat. Or is he going to do that? Or trying to chase the units, both without husbandry yet, it seems. And that is just okay for Melkor because he's winning the map. To the back of DauT's base, we have a second TC being added. And that is all about it. What limitations? Spartan Tactics, HCA, and Bracer are overrated. Yeah, man, you don't need those things. You don't need those things to become a good HCA player. Yeah, camels here also for DauT. That makes sense, but he has no upgrades to them. No bloodlines, no +1, and some +1 or +2 would be really appreciated, I believe, by the camels, because facing those calf archers with +2, that's gonna be an unpleasant encounter, especially if the numbers are not sufficient enough, but that is calculated by DauT. He wants to dive in with monks as well, since he requires the monks to get the relics. Ideally, if he gets the map control, he wants to combine both monks and camels facing the calf archers, which is a fine idea. If done correctly, it requires a lot of micro, a lot of maneuvers that are perfect, but yeah, well done so far. No conversion possible yet. All perfectly done. Perfectly done. 2 monks down for the price of a single scout, and he still takes on the fight. Loses to CA here. I was about to say HCA. And then, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I like this trade. This is very well done. DauT has messed it up. Melkor with a clear map control move over here, but still 2 light calves remaining, but also facing quite a considerable amount of 6 CA here. Yeah, this is interesting. We like it. Also now the monastery, of course, for the sake of getting the relics. And I love it. Also the remaining units are used to zone off the area surrounding the relics, just to prevent DauT from getting them. But DauT already has a relic, just for the record here. Question now is, what does DauT want to do in order to actually approach the situation? Now with 3 DCs to the back, he even has a villager lead over here. So he is totally fine concerning his economy, at least in comparison, but map control is now completely fading away. And this is quite crucial because Melkor loves this. This is his type of gameplay where he just gets the relics and then sits at home and waits for his opponent to do his stuff, starve out maybe, and then Melkor is going to come back even stronger. But then again, if Melkor sees that his opponent is booming, he's also someone who says, you know what, I'll just try to annoy you. I'll try not to be that passive. We saw that one in the previous games, where he tried to just attack a tiny bit, just annoy basically with siege and also knights. Well, in this case it's a totally different approach, and we see the Turks calf archers, but here you see the difference, 60 HP versus 50 HP. So in theory, of course, Melkor has the upper hand, but we'll see. You did a great job with the tournaments. Hopefully this is just the start of more tournaments to come. Hope so as well, man. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm trying to do my best here. And it seems currently everything's going well. Yeah. I just need to stream more and then we'll be able to just partially fund more prize pool for upcoming tournaments, because then we will have even more greater stuff. Planning to do some different tourneys, not even necessarily related to Arena, but we will see about this tonight. There's going to be an announcement after the grand finals, which will be impactful and is not necessarily only by me, so we'll see. But this engagement overall here by DauT, very well done, because he has the numbers here. I cannot believe it actually that Melkor's just allowing this one to happen. Now even switches or adds the elite skirmishes. Will be okay. At least it will keep DauT away from wherever the skirmishes are. But this was not a good engagement. All of a sudden, DauT is back on track. I like it. The way he does it. Just winning with numbers like this is basically way more aggressive. He has way more units sitting at home. 20 to 8 units. It seems that... yeah, it is like this. It's just Melkor, let's say, underestimating slightly the aggression of DauT. DauT is now fallen back with the villager count because he has used a lot of wood for the creation of the calf archers instead of for farms. At least that's what I imagine here is currently happening. He has a lot of archer ranges working non-stop even. This is super aggressive. DauT is not allowing Melkor to go for his strat. Beautiful. How's Melkor up in vills? It's because DauT has slowed down his production and Melkor had the first TCs up earlier, but they were just on the same level, but due to DauT's decisions to focus on military more, he's fallen behind. But that is not a negative thing, because he's rewarded heavily at this point. With map control, it's 1-to-1 relics. It is Melkor not being able to get the relics beforehand. And you see this ambitious monk over here, quite successful. I like it. The numbers are quite huge, but DauT should be careful. DauT should be careful now. Yep, this is a bit of a bad engagement. I love it how Melkor tries to get back the map control. This is very well done. Back and forth. It seems realistic for both of the players to actually get their hands on the map. We see the siege workshop, so we see nothing like castles. We see nothing like this at all. It's gonna be calf archer war on beloved arena. Who would have thought that we would see a fight like this? I am quite happy about this because I loved the Titans Arena finals last year. It was last year, right? Where DauT, for instance, also went for a lot of calf archers with the Magyars, if you remember. So I'm kind of feeling not traumatized, but certainly semi-nostalgic to see the epicness of these beautiful units. They're going at it. Whereas Melkor tries to approach the situation differently, tries to trade better here with the skirmishers. But we'll see how well this is gonna go. By the way, guys, thanks for the follows. That has been quite some follows. Appreciate it. It's nice of you. Thanks for the support. Yeah, these strats are crazy for certain, man. Muscle Champ, I fully agree. We've seen a variety of things. We even saw a debate by Tato, the NN type of debate. The I go for 22 villages and then... No, was it 22? Yeah, it was... No, it was 20 plus 10. The build order from Tato. Past castle, 20 plus 10. With upgrades, you go to the castle age. Fantastic. And exactly, 4-to-1 relics. You saw the ambitious monks. They did a great job, and DauT has now chances with the numbers. He has already claimed the relics, 4-to-1. That's perfect. DauT is even going for Loom. Something that we always have to keep an eye on, Stark has told us, will tell us how aggressive they will go with their villagers. They will drop something or not. But this is really looking well. Melkor's looking up, and DauT is there as well very soon. We have a difference of, what's that? 2 minutes, so Melkor could enjoy the Imperial Age a bit more. With the Franks, the question then is of course what to do, and it's going to be the stable. And it's going to be the castle. Let me just tell you guys, we've seen another crazy strat from Melkor against Tato in the first game. And that was basically just chivalry. 4-5 stables constantly working. And he just overran Tato's Mayans with, yeah, I don't know, 60 paladins in the end. It was insane. But let's see if this is going to happen once again. He is going for Cavaliers. Let's see if he's going to go all in here. He has a decent villager count, but it's not perfect yet. He needs more of a stronger, consistent economy. But it seems that he saves up for Paladin, guys. It seems that he wants to go for Chivalry Rush again. Or is he? Now spent a lot of gold. He instead wants to... Yeah, he wants to spam Knights. Okay. Let's see when he... If and when he wants to go for that. He is actually not in a position to afford this. He has just one relic. And no real map control. That's a good move of him to get this gold over here, but this could be extremely dangerous. He's indeed going for Chivalry, guys. This is a bit tough. This is a bit tough. I'm not so sure if he should go for Paladin. He has a lot of food on the bank. I'm just saying those strange things because we have seen Melkor going for the strange strats, which is quite of a deadly one, if done correctly, but it could also kill yourself, right? Now, he has some sick Paladinos, right? They're super tanky. if he gets there. But let's see if it's gonna really happen, because we have CA now still, but with Bracer for DauT. Oh yeah, he got chemistry, of course. My bad, S-Turks. I was just amazed by the speed of his chemistry there for a second. And I have all the rights to feel like this because, yeah, the Turks. Free chemistry bonus. Paladins for Melkor +4, also kicking in very soon. This is super ballsy of Melkor. Looking at his resources, there you go. Looking at his military count, 17 versus 49 CA. Thing about that one is, DauT can go for HCA, DauT can even go for Sipahi, and then he has 100 HP on these guys. And then this is going to be extremely strong. Facing the Paladins is maybe something being on par here in comparison. Super tanky units that just overrun by being so heavy on the HP. And in this case though, I still think that DauT is in the better position. Melkor is actually forced to go for siege workshops over here because he needs to get these numbers down, and solely with Paladins it could be too tough to accomplish, I feel. Only getting something to drink here. Cotton mouth incoming, and this fight is super strong by DauT. Really careful here. Also a lot of stuff is happening here on the map, just for information. Map control is being utilized, and even trebuchet is incoming, and the castle is gonna get wrecked. Cheap Frank's castles, so of course Melkor can afford way more after that one. But Chivalry has been tagged, but this is, I don't know if this is a good trade over here. It's already HCA here, but no Sipahi yet. Sipahi is incoming just now. That's maybe the right moment. I understand Melkor to go in here before Sipahi has been tagged, but the numbers are not sufficient enough. I feel Melkor is not gonna make it, it seems, despite those guys having so much HP here. Let me just show you the HP of these guys. You see it here. They are just withstanding for such a long time. But the numbers here, obviously on the side of DauT here, not a good fight, you would say. Then again, it was meaningful to take this trebuchet down. I understand it. But it's better for Melkor to retreat and to reinforce. 55 military to 23. So let's see. Also heavy camo by DauT. This is going to be extremely problematic. I'm not sure if Melkor is actually aware that this can happen. He should be aware, but I'm not so sure if he has anything prepared but his monks to deal with any incoming heavy camos here. Two-man saw. Scalebounding armor, so it seems that the camels will just be incoming in 2 minutes or so. Back in his base, well, he has a couple of stables prepared here. Is that drink halal? Yeah, I guess so, man. It's halal. So, there you go, guys. Okay, so let's continue. Good move over here. Map control denied. AKA, yeah, well, let's say not map control, but just sneaky attempt to get the stone over here. But this is important. I hope this is a castle. It is. This gold crucial. He needs a lot of resources. There's a lot of paladins now. Chivalry is taking its approach, and this is just a mass. Now 68 to 54. In my opinion, still not enough. Because a lot of these 66 units, most of which are just HCA here, and not too many paladins that we have on the pitch, it doesn't seem to be enough, I feel. The Rams are too late, the paladins are not enough in numbers. Or is it? Because DauT is now... Nah, DauT is taking a good fight. DauT is taking a good fight. There's a lot of paladins down the drain. KD is also not too perfect. Yeah, guys, this is not really good. Not good at all, to be honest. Because this is extremely expensive. I'm just constantly looking at Melkor's resources here. And he's trying to do his best. He's even selling resources to pump out a couple of additional paladins. Whatever he's doing. Pikemen upgrades. I don't believe it. This is not gonna work. DauT has Spartan tactics on his calf archers. Obviously, they will just tear apart those units. Might be too late here. Because he needs to just protect this area. Then he can buy himself a bit more time. He's also still trying to produce paladins, but just one relic in the bank. Look at DauT. Let's look at his relic gold count. 1.8k versus 500. So there you go, guys. Quite some difference. DauT is doing well. His economy is perfect. But then again, Melkor 150 villagers. So he could basically try to go for what Stark has been talking about last night on a stream. Just having so many villagers on food. And those are some villagers on food. We'll just check the farm count here for Melkor in a second. 56. Well, he needs more if he wants to sell resources to bankroll his paladins. Of course, this is really dangerous. He needs to be extremely cautious because this fight will be unpleasant very soon. Pikemen / halberdiers, they need more time. It's 80 military to 43. Melkor can lose in the next engagement. This can be terrible. This can be terrible. Both are pop capped, right? The thing about that one is Melkor needs to delete villagers or anything like that. Otherwise he will not have the space anymore. That's the issue at this point. More military is simply possible for DauT. Even going for a forward castle. If this castle goes down, there's not going to be enough gold left anymore. Paladin's now diving in here. Beautiful engagement. Way too good for DauT, I believe. The camels are just functioning as a counter as well as a meat shield. And the HTA is just getting a lot of free kills. And those rams, well, not properly being utilized. Look at how the camels are actually focusing on that. And it is GG. What a sick fight by DauT. What a sick fight by Dautovich. Beautiful, beautiful engagement. Just dominated Melkor with his potentially favorite civ on this map. Yeah, the rams were a disaster, but also was hard to accomplish. I understand Melkor tried his best, but DauT had the upper hand. And he did really, really well. That was a beautiful game in my opinion. Beautiful first game. I hope Melkor has now woken up and also just realized that it's maybe time to do something about it. And I understand his opening. He went for Spearman and CA because he wanted to counter the light calves of DauT's units there, but yeah, it's just a bit tough. Didn't work out too well. Yeah, over boom, but it was also partly on purpose, I guess. But it hurt him. In the end, he didn't have space for the patterns anymore, and also he didn't have gold too much, so he needed the overboom slightly. Does third place get something? Yeah, even the fourth place gets something. So these guys are already getting some stuff. So military stats, KD is nice for DauT. Economy, of course, a lot of food for Melkor. He needs to somehow compensate the fact with the relics. If he had the relics, I believe things would have been completely differently. But DauT did a really smart move over there. But I reckon that Melkor is either gonna say, alright, I'll just choose melee now. Or he's just gonna say, okay, I'm gonna repeat once again. I have Slavs, I have Teutons, I have Huns. Let's try it out. But that's all about it. Yeah, villager high, 153 and 108, and DauT still won. Really conveniently here. Third place gets an autograph from DauT. Well, if he wins this one, he's gonna just sign a paper and be happy about it, I guess. We follow that logic, but that's no problem. Maybe that's gonna happen. We'll see. But time for the next game, guys. It is time for round number 2. And let's make it happen. Like I said, this is the draft. And we're now on to game number 2 starting right now. Alright guys, what is happening? It's game number 2, Byzantines versus Slavs. DauT has chosen his favorite civilization against the Slavs. Oh man. Melkor is in danger, I reckon, because this is going to be tough to take over the map just like that. And if he's too passive about it, even DauT could say, you know what, then I go even more aggressive than you. And I'll just be an Imperial Age really soon and then trap you down, convert you. So Melkor needs to pay a lot of attention to how things are going. This is extremely dangerous now. On the left hand side, DauT has the Byzantines. Gold to the back. Another gold to the back. This is good. Not that it means that he's too gold dependent. Stone is more important here as well. Stone outside. Ooh, the stones are not too good. Also far away from each other, so it would be hard for Melkor to actually do something about it. That's maybe a little advantage. And then what else is there to say about this beauty of a map? Barry's also here to the side, but that's it. He has enough space to the back. That's a good map in my opinion, but the stone is an issue that you need to deal with. But you can protect it somehow. You can just do something about it. This one is more dangerous, but this is kinda, well, workable with, I guess. On the right hand side, Melkor with the Slavs. And he has gold to the back, stone to the back, really convenient here. Auto resources are also given, unfortunately, for him. Yeah, okay. So it's slightly worse, in my opinion. But this is really good for the beginning. This is a good basis. He would be prepared for any kind of attack for now. But his best advice not to give it away to DauT just like this. Don't be too passive about it. So, those things kept in mind, what will happen here in this game? Slavs, Melkor. Well, this time I think we will not see any HCA stuff, CA stuff. And we will just see, I think, regular scouts play in this game. We also have to keep in mind that Byzantines that are able to go for camels in addition to their scouts. That's the thing as well, but that has never worked too well for the people that have tried it on Arena. Melkor was someone who tried it out several times. We estimate that approach as not as super efficient, because in the beginning the camels will still struggle to catch up and to have a real impact. They can just zone off, so to speak, but if the other scouts player just reacts properly, you can just prevent the engagement, if done correctly, of course. Well, then again, Byzantines, they have a lot of options. So if we just skip that part, their late game is super sick. They can also go for Imperial Age really fast. Their monks are really good. And this is a problem for Melkor, in my opinion, because he can also engage in the monk war. Slavs have a great monk tech tree, that's totally possible. At least they have quite some good techs there. So you could try to engage, but we'll see how exactly it's going to be like, because I think Melkor will try to go for his usual strat this time, facing the Byzantines, but DauT will be the one who could go for a kind of master plan here. But we'll have to see for that one, because for now, just looking at the things, how they're developing, and I have a feeling that we will not see any trushes in this matchup. I think it will be more of a unit-based matchup. That's my simple thought here. Slavs, no heresy. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they have no heresy. Let me just double check here. But the last time I remember, yeah, there we go. No heresy and no faith also, right? That's quite something. That's quite something. So what is happening with the Slavs in the late game? Melkor could be in a situation where he says, you know what, I'll just dive in and go for Cavalier. But that doesn't happen too often with the Slavs. It's really situational. Normally you see an infantry and siege switch. It could work against the Byzantines, at least if DauT is presenting units that are maybe weak to that one. I think infantry from Melkor could be nice, and siege just to deal with the anti-infantry from DauT that he could offer. But easier said than done. That's a long road to go. I think we will see quite some events here taking place until we're there. What exactly is Slav's plan against fast imp ARPs? Danger, danger. Well, you can defend yourself with siege, but that's going to be a bit more of a difficult one. And I think both have options. It's not... I don't estimate this as a Civ one or anything like this. I just say that Slavs have potentially the better economy with their sick farms. But Byzantines are also given chances here. And also we have to keep in mind it's DauT versus Melkor. DauT is super experienced and Melkor is probably the best arena player around. So this is really exciting in my opinion. And I'm happy that they met up here in the bronze finals. So it has some epicness to it, doesn't it? There are elephants on AoE too? Yeah. Like I've said, this is a special version of Arena. It's 900 HP, and then we have zebras instead of deer, and they have a fixed amount of 3 this time, no 4 potential zebras, just always 3. And then elephants are disguised boars, they have 340 HP on them, and the goats are also disguised sheep with their limited line of sight. Not that it matters too much on Arena with the line of sight for these units, but still, just some details. And all, of course, well done by Shrazini, the map maker, who is also responsible for KOTD and will be responsible for a lot of good maps in the upcoming times next month in April. We'll see more about that. Maybe DauT will show that you can kill Champ Onger with 150 skirms. Well, you know what? As funny as that sounds, I would not be surprised to see some strange stuff in this game. Because that's someone who plays rather conventional to a certain extent on the right hand side, Melkor, but also has this really, really special style. I'd like to repeat myself again about this one. I'm currently doing an arena tier list project. I'm releasing videos on a regular basis about the top tier civs, from the best civs to the worst civs. And I have the help of a couple of arena players. They all created their own list of their ranking for the civilizations. We put them together. I did put them together on Excel. And then I just create the prototype list, right? And we had some discrepancies because not every player plays the same. Jon Snow doesn't play like Melkor, for instance. But also these two people had the most discrepancies to the average arena player, because Melkor somehow sees Huns also really, really high on that list. And then we have Jon Snow, I know, having Incas nearly in tier 1 or something like this for him. But that's because of the differences. And Melkor therefore is not too conventional. But DauT is super unconventional because he is not a typical arena player, right? He doesn't play on that map every day. He's really good on this map. He is the champion of Titans of Arena together with Eddie and Miguel Zin. So you know that this guy is ready to go for it, and he indeed does go for a stable here. Maybe unexpected for Melkor, he needs to be prepared. Melkor on the other side is not up yet. We got a difference of a single villager, it seems. But I'll just check something here. Yeah, okay. All good. Let's see what's going to happen. So who did the worst rating? The lowest rating for this tournament was Jon Snow. The best was Tato, I guess. Or Vivi. Somewhere around 2k5 plus. Not that I know for real now, because the seeding was random. I didn't go for first against last and so on. Just for the lulz. Just for the lulz. Alright, both people are clicking up now. And yeah, just ask myself here a little bit. Oh no, we got a 2 villager difference. Alright, okay, that makes sense. I was slightly confused. But no, that's totally fine then. Okay. The way things are going, it's going to be about map control once again, but DauT with the advantage. And he could still try to go for camels if he was really interested in that. It seems like that he could go for that. Not that is the perfect idea, but we'll see. Fog of War, of course. Over here we have Melkor. This is his map. And this is DauT, for instance, here. Also surrounding adequately. At least for now. And we see a higher number, an additional number here for Melkor and his scouts. Whereas DauT currently doesn't do anything about that. Okay, interesting stuff. And now I'm curious. Monastery, that makes sense. Also for Melkor, the same thing will happen sometime soon when he is in Castle Age. There we are, so let's check it out once again. Okay. Now this is going to be interesting. Military count is the same. It's going to depend on the maneuvers here. And it's also nice to see that reinforcements coming at the same time. But Melkor is backing off at this point. Ooh, multiple fights at the same time. You don't see this one too often, do you? This fight is nearly lost, you would say, to the north. To the south, it's lost for DauT. Oh, really well done by Melkor. Where is the third unit? There we go, that's the Spearman. Getting a free poke, beautiful. Needs to retreat here. Nice engagements, and everyone has survived. KD is still 0-0. At Arpetman, what's up? And big shoutouts to him for actually something that he has announced on AoE Zone. That's great stuff, man. Yeah, you did really well with this. Thank you for this event. I'm not speaking clearly here because there's a 1% chance that I saw this only in my dreams and I'm making up things. But I guess there was something on AoE Zone, right? With Hera and... Dude, who was the other one? Who was the other one? yeah, I do sometimes. No, I'm 99%. I'm 100% positive it was you. I just forgot the second player. But who was the second player? It was Hera versus? We'll see. Lightcast for DauT as well. So that's gonna be an even fight. Ah, back T, there we go. So that's a nice show match that Arpad has bankrolled. Really appreciate it. It's open streaming, so that's really cool of him. Really cool stuff. And yeah, maybe I do dream of you. Maybe. I can't say anything against this. So, the Monk is down here. Melkor just catches DauT off guard, which I don't understand. You know that they're light calves, and you just run away a bit too fast with your light calves. That was a bad engagement here for Melkor. On the other side, we have this situation over here. Relics being guarded. Light calves being healed back at home, Eddie style. Good stuff. It's not entirely decided yet. It's DauT with a relic, and very soon Melkor with a relic. And more stuff going to happen very soon here. Numbers still better for Melkor. He has more monks, I feel. Looking good. Alright, so this engagement here could be a bit bad for Melkor if he just doesn't pay attention to it, and he didn't really. But it's okay, no dead scouts, no dead light calves yet. They're both aggressive, they actually want to go for these engagements, but needs to be extremely careful now. Melkor needs to go for the conversion. He doesn't do it, loses the monk, not that it would have been successful. That's really good for DauT. That's bad engagement for Melkor. Losing both of his monks like this was unfortunate to say the least. Another relic being gathered by DauT. He's getting the advantage slightly. Again, this is not good. Melkor now going for bloodlines, and then he will engage once again. Bloodlines versus no bloodlines. Lightcast very soon, and DauT is inside, guys. DauT is inside. Let's see what he's going to do. What kind of information he's going to gather. Because he doesn't have too many pieces of infos here. Because he just knows about the gold and the stone, and he probably knows that Melkor's base, other than that, is quite fine. Engagement inside of his base though, interesting. So those light casts will go down eventually, but that's good for DauT. because he's buying himself a bit of time, as most of the units are inside and actually not able to go for this engagement. Why are they even able to win this? Wow, Melkor needs to be extremely careful. It's super well done by DauT to keep Melkor busy like that. Enough time to think about the other relics. Though at this point, still one relic. Only for DauT, because his monk was killed. Melkor is trying to equalize the situation. They're both eager to make it. Engagement over here to the end of the base is over. So that's that. That's basically about it for the first moments. Okay. Another attempt now. Gold mining for DauT as well. So checking out the resources inside of his base also. 3 TCs versus 3 TCs. So both guys are going for it. 58 to 57. Really equal fights for now. KD is not too different. And once again, super good moves from Melkor as well. They're both actually quite toxic about it. How they manage to deny each other's monks getting the relics. Quite a nice engagement here. Husbandry now for Melkor, so he's going to be able to make his best with the speed of his units. It's beautiful. DauT, what is he going to do? He's villagers on stone, by the way. A lot of villagers on stone. So this could be a castle. This will most likely be a castle, as he's not spending it on another TC here. No pure booming by him. Instead, still light calf production on both sides. It's not gonna end now. They're both super aggressive. Nice to see a completely different game now with a lot of light calves trying their best, and you see once again toxic. The denial is really real. So many monks lost. Yeah, most of the KD resulted due to monks being dead. There we go. That's good. No more spearmen there. Another monk dead. What about these conversions, guys? What about these conversions? Oh my god, it's not going to work at all. But so many monks die. Oh my god, man. 4 monks dead for Melkor all of a sudden in one blow. Siege workshop now. Is that the right move? Is that the right move? No real map control, I would say, at this point. Still uncontested. DauT is even going for Imperial Age. We have to keep in mind that this guy can go for the next stage way better, way earlier. Any co-caster today? I don't. And didn't have a lot of time this weekend. Was the best co-caster the last 2 days. Many people said Dracons. I think it's Casey Irion. Yeah, he got the second relic, that's for certain. Peter is the best co-caster by far. Of course. We learn about, and he's also the best entertainer, the best singer. He would co-cast and sing with me. I just know he would. I wasn't even invited to be a co-caster. Dude, I didn't even know that you were interested in this very tournament, man. How could I know? How could I know? Oh, look at this militia here. Beautiful. Ah, look at this militia. Indeed, that is actually quite meaningful over here. I just understand what's happening. Well, it's actually quite bad because DauT is actually going out with Arbalest very soon. And now the question that has been initially asked by one of the viewers is now the question that is to be asked for the sake of Melkor's well-being. Barracks, Siege Workshop makes sense in this case. Careful now. Castle's gonna go up. Is it a meaningful castle? At least protecting the front. Yeah, it's kind of okay. It's a nice way to engage in this military zone over here. That will just be a lot of combats that we will see. Unless, of course, the castle's gonna go up and wreck everything right now. Beautiful splits here by DauT. He's engaging well. Mango is down. And also, of course, the light castles are gonna crumble due to the numbers of crossbowmen, but light castle still did a okayish job. But Melkor expected more from this engagement, and the castle is up. Arbalists by DauT. Minute 30. It's not too early. Oh, beautiful. That's beautiful. But what next? What's next with these villagers? A TC? I guess so. Oh, just a mining camp. Okay. And then Cavalier by Melkor. Oh. Is that the right decision, guys? Against these Arbalists? Maybe. With Siege. Super expensive. Relic distribution 2-2. So you can kind of dream about it. But he needs to do something really fast. Oh, DauT. Beautiful. He's winning important fights here. Really important. With that one, Melkor's forced to go home. Castle over here. Open castle. We just placed the castle in this tournament. Full cataphracts. Huh. That's beautiful, man. It's really beautiful. I was doing some work. So we got elite skirmishes, we got cavaliers, and we got cap rams by Melkor so far. He needs a bit more time. But yeah, the infantry project has been denied for now. And in the meantime, DauT is claiming the map. To the south, the north is still open. There's a lot of stone to the north. Careful about this. Cavaliers are not maximizing their numbers. We're talking about 97 villages for DauT, 110 for Melkor, who has the better economy at this point. But military way better for DauT. Way more meaningful, and 3 relics now for DauT versus 2. Not so ideal for Melkor, I would say. He must not make a mistake here. Then it could be a bit too tough for him to get out of the situation. DauT is playing really solid here. What I mean with that one is he just doesn't make a real mistake. The Scout War was crazy. There were mistakes maybe, but it was on both sides because they were so good. They were just so good in denying each other's monks. So many monks have died in the beginning of the game, right? But now DauT is here. A lot of Arbalists. So of course Rams will be important. Let's just hope that it will not be as badly maneuvered as the last game, because that was just one of the reasons why the HCA was functioning so well, and later on when the heavy camels were added, it was just too easy for him. That's a whole lot of Arbalists, man. What else is there? Just conscription. It's a lot of units. Skirms and cavaliers, guys. Skirms not ideal. In this case, definitely not ideal. It will kinda have to do the work together with cap rams. Yeah, I mean he has the economy, he has Slavs, right? So his farms are working quite nicely, but he doesn't have too many farms, I feel. Let me just check the numbers. Yeah, 41. Last time it was 50 plus. But yeah, it's kinda on the same level because, yeah, 1.28 farming efficiency for the Slavs, and with that one, it's quite some food income that he has regardless. So he can bankroll siege rams, elite skirms, and even cavaliers on top of this one, at least to a certain extent. Now the castle slowly but steadily securing more map control. DauT going for loom just now, man. Beautiful. Just now. And Melkor has had it here. Man, for real? Just going in there like this? It could be quite ballsy of him. There are not too many elite skirmishes. I mean, there are also not too many halberdiers, so that's fine, but the cavaliers need to do a lot of work. But keep in mind, those are not paladins of the Franks. What is this engagement though, Melkor? Why do you go in there? For what reason do you do this? Military count is not too different, but at the moment there's a lot of force on DauT's side. You can just afford these halberdiers like it's nothing. Siege rams once again a bit too late if you ask me. But I guess it's okay, but most importantly, the trap is down. Just for information, right inside is completely taken over by DauT. The rams are now going forward, but more rams are needed. We need a forward siege workshop. Oh, he's going in there regardless. Oh, it's good, it's good. The traps, if they go down, that's really good. That's really good. Another trap. Take this one down, that's perfect. Cataphract. Oh my god, man. Cataphract. I don't believe it, guys. We see cataphracts in this game. It's nice. Sick unit, but just for the sake of the rams, I reckon. Ah, that's sick. That's sick and toxic. I mean, Melkor did some damage there. They both lowered each other's military count, but not drastically. It's more equal now. But this siege workshop, he needs even more of them very soon. I don't think that we're gonna see endless amounts of cataphracts here in this game. But something needs to be done against those halberdiers as well. So go for more siege. Actually, yeah, scorpions, okay. It can work. As long as there are not too many cavalry units, it can work. But it needs to happen just now. Heavy scorpions. I know. He doesn't have enough wood for this. He has quite some food, but he doesn't have enough wood for this. It will just not be as beautiful. Nice engagement here by DauT. He's just doing it so perfectly, actually. Not giving up, not backing off. The castle being up still is super, super important. Oh, this beautiful sound, man. From Age of Empires 1, we got up many heavy scorpions. Now, in effect, will they be super successful? Yeah, those are a lot of hits here. Check out the HP of these halberdiers. Well done by Melkor, but he's also losing ground. Not only because he's pushed away, but also the traps are doing work. That's not good. He needs to function with those traps. So far, everything's going well for DauT because he's just losing his halberdiers. If he loses the halberdiers, that's nothing for him. That's legit nothing for him. He's just winning more ground. He just sacrifices those halberdiers and then goes forward. There's nothing to cry about with this, right? You're just losing your trash units as Byzantines. I guess there's worse on this planet. As an event. So there are the Cavaliers, not too many concerning their numbers, but they are ready for the snipe. And they could be utilized just okay-ish here. If they take down both traps, I guess that's fine. Still a expensive trade, and we got the game breaking down due to disconnect. And this is quite anticlimactic, but we will continue right away. Because there was a connection issue between the two. And the game is going to continue in a few seconds. Bear with me, guys. Corps are so fragile. I feel like they're a waste of gold. On many occasions, I fully agree. On Arena, they have more usage due to being on a closed map. But that's just me. And the game continues right here, right there. There we are. Okay, so it just seems not so good for Melkor, is it? Too good? Is it too bad for him? 142 villagers versus 119, but also he's losing the ground slowly, steadily. At least no more traps there. But he needs to do something about the BBCs as well. Halberdier and skirms. This is now some trash push. And there's nothing on Earth with 2k3, 2k4 gold on the bank that Melkor can do, at least realistically speaking. He now needs, I know, masses of light calves and then dive in. Because, and even this will not be enough. He needs the elite skirms and the heavy scorpions and a lot of light calves. He has the food for that one. He's also on stone, by the way. What is this situation over here? He's not doing anything with his stables here. It's not looking too good. Melkor only going for longswordsmen now. It is kind of understandable. Let's look at his gold count. He has 9 villagers on gold still, but I reckon that these are the guys over here somewhat. Castle over here is really, really important. It will buy him some... Nah, it will not buy himself too much time. Because the trap is already determined to take it down. Melkor's losing control. He can continue a bit more. Once the castles are down, he will die. If that happens, of course. If that really happens. There's now some issue for Melkor. He's not able to clean up the composition ahead of him. And with that one, he wants to go for the champion line against skirms and helps. It could work, but he needs to hurry up right now. He needs countless barracks. He has 2 barracks. He has no wood. He has no wood. He had maybe a bit too many villagers on farms. He's also inefficiently getting wood, and he has no more map control. DauT is all over the place, guys. He hasn't been raided a single time. Look at this perfect economy inside of his base. And yeah, Melkor's trying his best, but with 22 military versus 60, he needs 40 champions with Druzhina right now. And then I say it can work. Stars are now in the making, and it's GG. The Lord is going for the 2-0. Next game, match point game, guys. And after that one, we have the grand finals. Let me just check out the time here. We have 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that's... with 1 hour and 15 minutes, right? 14 GMT. We are GMT plus 2 from today on. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Crazy game. GG. Incredible beginning of the game. For certain. And... that's because the 6th Scout War was quite an incredible one. And if we look at the achievements here to sum up a couple of facts. DauT had the better KD, but not too much. And that is because he pushed mainly with trash units. So it's understandable if he loses units, that doesn't matter at all. For Melkor though, he has lost a lot of siege. His cavaliers were all wrecked. And then elite skirmishers were left. So that's the only thing. 62 to 54, largest army. Buildings raised, an indication that DauT was the pusher. And then Melkor with the better food and wood economy. This is quite striking. Melkor had constant wood issues. That's because he went a bit too crazy on the farms, maybe. I mean, maybe not as crazy as with any other civilization with the same results, because the Slavs' farms are working so well. But this is quite an unfortunate situation here. Melkor still did his best with the gold. But if we look at this, we got, yeah, just the even gold distribution here somewhat. So that's not the game decider. But Byzantine's not in need of too much gold. In the end, DauT had what? 3k gold, 2k gold on the bank. He didn't even require that much. And he still pushed through. The uptypes were on fleek. And with that one, Melkor was not able to win it, meaning that it's match point game right now for our Serbian player, the Lord himself. Let's check it out. Okay, loading up the new game. And like I said, guys, back T versus Vivi after this one live on my channel at 14 GMT. We have 1 hour and 10 minutes for that one until it's there. So I hope that Melkor will win the next game, because I want to see more games. But we'll check it out for sure. Now, DauT keeps taking better fights. Alright, what is happening? DemEyesRed here, and this is game number 3 between DauT and Melkor, bronze finals. Oh my god, man, look at this matchup though. Spanish versus students. Well. DauT with the Spanish is dangerous. Melkor with students is also dangerous. But if you ask me, once we see the Kongs, it will be difficult for Melkor with his Knights approach. He maybe really should have gone for Huns against Spanish. I know, but still the mid game. He wants to win the mid game first of all. So I think with Huns, I mean, let me say it like this. Melkor needs to win the early game. He needs the entire map. He has students, so his scouts are nice. Coast-wise, it's nice. But if he sees Conquistadors, and if they're given the space, this will be tough. With students, I feel that there's not too many options. You're limited and you need to do that despite its having the potential to be awkward. Right, so the reason why I say Huns is at least that's one of the civilizations that he had in his Civ pool to go for further CA action. And against the Kongs, this is working really well. With that one, Melkor is forced to actually make use of his monks. I mean, that's good for him that he has students. He's not really smushable from that perspective, even though Spanish with Inquisition would be also interesting to see, but I don't think that this is going to happen. Would be surprised. Would be really surprised. But yeah, let's think about this. One does not simply out-macro DauT. Yeah, that's one thing, but Melkor is probably the best macro player on Arena. And also in general, his macro is actually quite fun. I mean, we saw some flaws, but this can always happen. He's very much on the same level like Stark, and I mean macro-wise. And with DauT, well, he's sure is really good. That's for certain. I mean, there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Melkor really has to question his openings, in my opinion. If DauT can pull off scouts at 26 plus 2 with Turks and Byzantines, he should be able to do it with Franks and Slavs. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it's gonna go. Looking at these maps, Melkor front gold, back stone, back gold, good. Similar to the previous map. Stone outside though, and gold outside. Or DauT, back in his base, stone to the back. Gold to the sides, gold to the sides, stone to the front. Ooh, the gold situation does not look too good. But these golds to the back are, I mean to the side are actually to the back. Just geographically speaking, it's to the left hand side, this one here. So it would be hard for Melkor to pressure it. So yeah, I think it's kind of okay. Ooh, double push, fancy. But we have to see what exactly can happen, right? So with DauT in Spanish, super versatile actually. I mean, not because of their completely various options, but maybe we can put it like this. If we say they can boom, they don't have the best booming bonuses. They just have one, and that is the faster building up speed, which is nice to get the TCs up. And then also we have what? Monks. We have the Conquistadors. We have the combination of these units. We have the Knight line of the Spanish. There's a lot of possibilities. For Turons, we have their beautiful pushes towards the end. They can hold the ground with their static defenses. And with that one, DauT is going for Loom though. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is not going to be a castle. That is going to be a tower. And DauT is indeed going up. Spanish Smith upgrades don't cost gold, which is quite good if you want to push and you need them. Yeah. I think just that there are also other bonuses that matter also a lot. But that's true. I mean, I talked about this exact aspect on my tier list video. Spanish are rated as tier 2 by the players that I've asked, and yeah, it's just good to see that we have two really strong civilizations meeting up. What is this new tournament? Yeah, this is DERAC. It's DemEyesRed Arena Cup. This is the bronze finals, and after that one we have the grand finals live on my channel, exclusively on my channel. And Aikido man, what's up? Didn't I say trash? For a second I didn't pay attention to the map. It's not gonna be like this. He's just gonna fast up. This is fast castle Conquistadors. Okay. Okay. I just don't understand What made me think that it's just... I mean, he went for Loom, so he will drop it forwards. That's the idea. That's the idea here. Was it that efficient to get it before Fuel Age, though? He has Loom. Yeah, it makes sense. If he wants to drop it direct at Castle Age, the rush distance is really short. That makes sense. That makes sense. And is Melkor Mimi even forced into doing something stone related? Nope. Okay. I just have to stay here to see Bhakti win turn in awesome style. Well, it could be. It could be. Thank you for all the follows, guys. Today we got even... We're about to have more than yesterday. That's good. Thank you, thank you. Maybe we reach 2K finally. 2,000 followers today would be awesome. And yeah, stable for Melkor Blacksmith for him as well, and for DauT. Nah, this is the NN style. And then if you're there, this is NN style. Isn't that your style? Isn't that what you've talked about on Reddit? You click up 21, 22 villagers, and then the remaining ones you produce in Castle Age. You go up with... You don't take credit for this, you're just ashamed, man. Admit it. Now, we talked about this on Friday, and your name came up, so maybe it's not from you, but you've mentioned it. I heard, I don't know. I'm not chilling too much on those websites, but I still estimate this very much being the strat. It's slightly awkward because you, instead of going for a huge economy in Dark Age and then adding 2 villagers in Fuel Age, you just chill in Dark Age for too long and get all the upgrades that you need in Feudal Age with more villagers, with more time, and then you eventually get up with the castle. Beautiful, but also the timing is not really beautiful. So why do you go for this strat? Do you want to go out with the castle at some point right now? Is that the reason why you go for Loom in Dark Age? We have to see the decisions because it confused me. Because if DauT just plays it inside now, it was actually an awkward build. It's generally awkward, but it would be incredibly awkward if he just plays the castle inside. And he doesn't even do anything about the map, whereas Melkor, as expected, does do it. So that's the point of view of the players here, just for information, the minimap. And it's just Melkor doing more now about the map control, which I like to see. But never underestimate Conquistadors, guys. They're really strong. And they've been quite good for DauT when he faced Vivi with Turks. Now just annoying here. And the scout is dead. 2 monasteries. 2 monasteries. You don't see this one too often by Melkor. I mean, he wants to get the relics for sure. Maybe he wants to get them fast. He wants to prepare himself against the Kongs. And I think, I mentioned this in the beginning, right? So what can students do against this one? Make use of their monks. It's good. Melkor's going to face Kongs with a much bigger eco. Laurie, man, what's up, man? Good to see you. Yeah, well, he has better circumstances for that one for certain. 36 villages to 30 TC being added. And for DauT, back at his base, obviously just a single TC for now. But he's going to add a second TC fairly soon, I hope for him. Otherwise, this would be quite suicidal in my opinion. He's still on stone. Could be another castle, there could be more TCs. We will see about it. But for now, Melkor has claimed the map control. It will not take too much time for DauT to spread out. Once he has 3-4 Kongs, hurry up, man, get this relic. Where are you walking, man? What are you doing? That hurts. That hurts a lot. is unnecessary, you know? You actually need to go for a perfect beginning. Then you can also intimidate your opponent, because this is, once again, we have to also kind of imagine how this psychologically feels, right? Situations like this, where you just easily get the monks, at least one conversion, but DauT will still most likely get the relic over here. Ah, unfortunate stuff, man. Melkor. I admire this guy so much. That's the reason why I always invite him to show matches. In this tournament, I was really happy that he made it. Yeah, the more it hurts me to see if he just is not doing too well, because I definitely, hopefully, most likely, gonna want to see more games than just 3, for instance, right? It's match 1 game for DauT. I don't say I want Melkor to win, I don't say I want DauT to win. I want to see a full series, that's all I'm saying. So I just hope it's going to be like this. I hope that Melkor's going to win this match, just for the sake of having a more exciting situation. 3 monasteries, that's a lot, This is going to be monks all over the place. No sign of siege workshops, just monks. A mush is going to happen most likely. But against that many conquistadors, be careful, a lot of good micro is required. We'll see. How do you do, Attila, man? What's up? Yeah, I'm doing fine, man. What about you? Having a great tournament so far. This is the bronze finals with Melkor and DauT. Best of 5 Napolyon. Kardeşim be, niye cevap vermedi? Konuştuğum sırada hiç tepki bile göstermedi. Kardeşim, çok teşekkür ederim. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Napoleon. Thank you so much for the donation, man. It means a lot to me, man. Really happy, man. Really happy. Thank you for the support, guys. And also, we hit the peak of subscriptions on my channel. It's really nice of you. Thank you for the donations. And thank you for the follows and everything. The support is real. And I will, of course, reward you guys with more content on this kind of level. With hopefully even more and beautiful Bogasses. Alright, guys. So this is it. Melkor is on fire with his monks, you would say, but we'll see. The next engagement is gonna be interesting. I'm half Turkish, half Iranian. This is why I speak a bit of Turkish. Alright, looking good here, looking good for Melkor. Successful push. The monks are doing work. The children's monks, you have to keep in mind, are beautiful due to the fact that it's hard to deal with them from the point of view of other monk civilizations. Aztecs still might have a chance, but for other reasons, and not their monks entirely. But yeah, come on, man. Aww. 3 monks wasted like this, but also a lot of conversions. Look at this caravan, man. I'll be scared if I see these guys outside, man. I would think that this is going to be my last day on Earth. But DauT doesn't care. DauT simply doesn't care. He instead will just engage and take on the fight against the monks. That's a lot of monks going down the drain. Ah, my god, man. Not a single conversion out of this engagement. DauT is getting the map control with this as a result. This is awful. 2-to-1 relics. Melkor going for Imperial Age quite early. And now the question is what to do, guys. What to do? DauTovich with some excellent move here. Ballsy DauT. Really brave. Overconfidence for many people, you would say, with this engagement. But it worked. RNGesus was on the side of the Lord, as the people would say. It was well done. Really good for DauTovich, but for Melkor, tough times arising. He needs to be extremely careful. He has the better boom for certain, 81 villagers to 63, but his main force consisting of monks, his KD 3 to 17. And this is, of course, awful, though we have to keep in mind that conversions are a thing as well, not necessarily being shown here, only for the death ratio. So it's actually 7 to 17, I guess. But still, that's not enough. Melkor needs to do more. Barracks being added. Asking myself what exactly he intends to do. It's gonna be really tough now. I said it, it's awkward with the Tudors against Spanish if they face a lot of conquistadors. It's going to be the castle for now. He should make sure to protect his base as much as possible. But DauT and his resources, not close to clicking up, but will be there in maybe 2 minutes, maybe less than 2 minutes. if he really wants to go for it. But first of all, he wants to drop a castle at a good spot. But Melkor is going to be up first, so this project is being cancelled and needs to be dropped somewhere else. We'll see. Oh, okay, he still wants to go for that. Careful now. Careful, careful. Aha. Aha. It's not a DauT castle, guys. He just said, alright, I'll not even try. And that's good. That's a smart decision. I said a few minutes. DauT is up on the way now, going for it. And dropping the castle somewhere else. And this placement makes me think that he just wants to have even more of beautiful numbers of conquistadors. Dem, from which city are you from Germany? I'm from Bochum. Tief im Westen. But I lived in Dortmund for a long period of time. I'm studying there even. Excuse me, guys. Ruhrpott for life, man. Born and raised here. I mean, actually born in Hanover, but my entire life I spent here in Ruhrpott. Ugly part of the country, but lovely. I feel at home here. It's just pure, brutal, in your face. This area here. People not the friendliest, but at least they're quite direct, quite blunt, and quite honest. That's what I like here about this area. I feel at home. What did your grandparents do in World War II? They didn't participate. My grandfather participated in the First World War in Gallipoli in Turkey against the Anzac, Australian and New Zealand Army Corps. Alright, here we are. Castles are going up and the siege workshop. Let's make it happen. You don't sound like a German. I probably also don't look like a German, but it is how it is, my friends. But nah, I'm born and raised here, of course. Born and raised here. Compared to Hanover, even Bochum is beautiful. Oh man. Alright guys, the pressure is on. I like to see that Melkor is actually the one initiating the trap war. Because DauT maybe has exaggerated with the amount of Kongs, so that he should directly focus on the trebuchet production, but it is how it is now. And the Kongs are going for some important moves. First some raiding, and this could be successful. Because these are a lot of conquistadors. Only with +1 though. Interesting, +2 would suit them way better. And he's getting it right now, to make him as tanky as possible. Castle is down. Let's go, let's make it happen. He has zero accent when he speaks German. I hope so, man. Otherwise it would be a bit embarrassing. Even though at times I am mixing up a lot of words because of speaking languages. Just confuses me. Well, I guess that's normal. Alright, so onagers for Melkor, elite skirmishes, chemistry. I understand. Actually, that's a fair trade then. Even though the skirms are not as beautiful. But it will be inefficient to invest more Kong action. I'm not too much of a fan going for Kongs in the very late game as the ultimate unit, but if you create a window of opportunity, you can just work with them. If there was a hole, if you could go inside, everything would die anyway. So we'll have to wait and see. But Melkor is in danger. At the same time, he needs to be extremely careful. He doesn't have the force ready. Come on, man, do something with the monks. Do something with the monks already. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's make it happen. Just one trap down for another trade. That's fine. The snipe was okay. DauT is also rebooming here, 97 villagers. He's going for it, 123 for Melkor, 44 to 37. Military count, DauT has the lead, 4 to 1 relics, is of course hurtful for Melkor. This is really well done by DauT in this entire matchup so far, always making it tough for Melkor to go for his game. He actually denied the Melkor strat with this one. And I believe NN was this one, I quote him a lot here. Sorry if this is annoying for you, NN, but dude, you said something, and that was if DauT is able to play scouts, for instance, with 26 +2, then why shouldn't Melkor be able to do it, right? But Melkor doesn't do it, he just takes a bit too much time, and this is maybe just hindering him. And that's one of the unfortunate beginnings, which Melkor was not able to work with after the first and second game. And third game, once again, is a mixed bag of surprises. The Hussars here now joining the mix. Will be nice to snipe a couple of units, especially the monks. Oh no, oh no. Dude, okay, he cannot garrison because he needs the Conquistadors, man. He knows that he cannot do it. Okay, those are quite some conversions, but also the monks are now down. Ah, this is hurtful. A lot of things are happening. Let me show you the HP of DauT's Conquistadors to understand if he's alive or not. Looks kinda okay, there are a lot of skirms. But I guess it's an even type of situation. The military count is equal. But the Hussars are doing a lot of work. You're getting a lot of gold for him by killing the monks. If you know what I'm saying, the trade is simply better. Yeah, disaster fight for DauT. All in all, he wasted quite a lot of units, and he didn't gain too much, but the monks are dead mostly. Are they? Yeah, 2 monks have survived, and there were, I don't know, let me guess, 15 monks? 10 to 15 monks? Okay, but also, wow, this looks like Battle of Kardash here, man. A lot of dead corpses, of course. Unpleasant for the eye of a pacifistic person, but this is where we are, man. Age of Empires, man. Brutal game. And it doesn't stop. I like the push of Melkor. The come-up plan is actually nice because there are not enough units, not enough Conquistadors to take care of the Halberdiers adequately. And this is perfect. Wow, Melkor, man, you can do it. Go. Ironclad even. Ooh, some come-up plan with the siege workshops. Please, don't throw it, man. 47 to 11 military. You can make it happen. You can make it happen, man. Also, map control not entirely taken over by DauT this time. Due to his investments into the Conquistadors, maybe he was not able to think that far ahead or invest also for those plans to spread out completely. Because also with the Conquistadors, he just massed them up instead of just working with them throughout the entire time. And now we have this engagement that was not too good. The relics are there on his side, but the monks are down for Melkor. Still, as a result, he gained more from this. Territory-wise, he gained more possibilities to work with the trebuchets. Another castle going up for Melkor. This is looking quite nice for him. Yeah, this looks quite nice, and then also plate mail armor, we saw ironclad, so this the siege will be even nicer. We'll see how much of a relevance this attack is going to have. Also curious to see how well the Halberdiers will function now. As long as they're castles, there's always some zone, some area where the Halberdiers can work way better. The castle is down, DauT is about to die here, at least in theory, but he's preparing himself with what? He at home has only a single castle, and he's only producing elite skirmishes at this point in order to take care of the Halberdiers. Is that the smartest move, you would ask yourself? Well, another castle to the north is strategically important. Those are more resources for DauT that he has access to, as well as the relics, of course. And therefore, Melkor needs to hurry up, do something really fast. He focuses on the initial base of DauT and doesn't want to go to the other directions yet. But there's enough time, because that's the area where DauT is reinforcing currently. And he's going to strike back once again once he has reached the spot over here. And now tries to just scout a bit of information, how realistic his chances are if he just engages. Siege Archer for Melkor. It's quite some heavy investment. We have to keep in mind that this area is dangerous. A lot of stuff can happen, maybe will happen, because the Kongs are still in the making. There are a lot of elite skirmishes, skirms, and Kongs will potentially beat only skirms and halberdiers. So careful, careful. Therefore we have the onagers, but they must work properly. 6 to 8 range, 9 range. But the onagers, as also very soon, can work properly very nicely in a few seconds. But it's always tough to accomplish. This is a closed map. Siege can work better, but it needs to be done correctly. Easier said than done for sure. And I have the feeling that something will happen over here. I would advise Melkor to have his eyes open here in this area to see if some kind of counter raid will happen. I have the slight feeling that we will see petards very soon, or anything like that quite quick. But in the meantime, still Melkor is such a force here to the front that he forces to... that he just pressures DauT into engaging. That's quite ballsy of Melkor as well, because he has not too many units to protect these trebuchets. I think that he's... Oh, good shot there, but I think he's underestimating the situation. And this one over here makes me constantly anxious. Checking out the... There's only this castle though, okay. DauT also going for Sanctity, that's an interesting one. Does he want to go for Redemption? There we go. DauT wants to snipe those SOs by converting them. Maybe a good choice, I would say. He also needs block printing, and I think then it's going to happen. Let's see. Now, traps are in the best spot, aren't they? This is way too ballsy, because this is directly where the sniping units are coming from. How do you snipe those traps? With a lot of hussars. What do we have here? A lot of stables that produce a lot of hussars. Look, halberdiers are there to protect them. Block printing now coming in for DauT. I just hope that no suicide mission will happen if this SO is going to be converted and then just hits this very spot. It could be extremely dangerous, and it seems that Melkor's currently not thinking about this. He sees there's a monastery, but just one. Doesn't look too suspicious. This monk is even sneaky here. Trying not to engage too early on, but now the first conversion is going to happen. Lucky. Yeah, just be careful. In the meantime, this one outer part here has been taking down the TC. Dangerous stuff is going to happen. Supremacy for DauT, that's a good choice. Just to make sure that his economy is not harmed too much. But Melkor is about to get it. Melkor is going for heresy. Really good, really important. And quite some investment though at the same time. Why is that? Because he wants to protect this SO. Because this could be way too dangerous. And once he has it, he doesn't have to fear to die right away. Still expensive to lose SOs. Alright, Melkor, please, let's not waste it here. I want to see another game. Oh, good shots here. Alright, heresy is taking effect. That's good, that's a lot of halberdiers. But now, this is not what I like. This is not what I like, what I see. Melkor splitting up the army for given reasons, but I don't actually am happy about this. Why does he go there? Because he wants to take care of the monks, but at the same time I still think that students need to stick together. Supremacy. Supremacy villagers, guys. That's perfect. That was perfectly done by DauT. DauT's resources over here, as you can see, and Melkor's resources over here. He has a lot of gold. Melkor, what are you doing, man? What are you doing with that gold? Yeah, you have it all in the turning, right? Even Supremacy taking effect here as an aggressive move. Who would have thought? Barracks. Alright, guys. Halberdier push is real. So many units. Melkor still has the upper hand, though. He has still the upper hand. Because he's solely going for it. Let me check the gold count. Gold income. 4 relics, 10 villagers on gold for DauT, 1 relic, and 16 villagers on gold for Melkor. Melkor with 3,164 gold, 692 for DauTovich. So you see where this is going. A lot of trebuchets, a lot of siege can be bankrolled with this kind of economy. But at the same time, Melkor must not underestimate his halberdiers might be strong due to the fact that they're just spammable and therefore are hard to deal with. But then again, he needs to take care of the counter units, and then it can work. Come on, Melkor. Make it happen, man. Don't allow 3-0 here. Work as hard as possible, man. You can do it. I want to see exciting games, and it looks quite exciting, guys. Melkor is going for it. He wants to go for another round, which would be to our liking, I suppose. Well, he's kind of pushed back here because as long as there are no SOs, the halberdiers cannot function properly, and the halberdiers are there to protect the trebuchets, most importantly. So more and more SOs, please. There's wood issues at this point. Yeah. He's still trying it. He's still going for it. But yeah, be careful now. As I said, splitting up the armies with Teutons, tough one. But in this case, it's absolutely necessary because DauT is still existing here. And he knows, if he survives over here, he will always make sure that Melkor's army is split up. One to the north, one to the south. So you cannot realize the Teuton push just into one direction. That is incredibly hard to basically stop at all. And with that one, of course, Melkor would win the game for sure. But as long as DauT is able to get the attention on two sides by simply saying, hey, try to come here, come to push through here. Here at the same time, hey, I'm such a force I could kill you if I just am successful. This is requiring a lot of attention by Melkor here. The score is better for him, 3k lead there, as I see correctly. And military count is the same. Castle's better for Melkor number-wise, but supremacy is going for it, man. You cannot be serious, man. Beautiful. Now careful, careful, keep those armies together. Ironclad is good. This is extremely good to protect your SOs from Osiris here with +4 defense that they get. Melee defense. But still, you see, they're not unbeatable. Especially if they're caught off guard. Ooh, BBC, of course, in theory, good counter, but then again, in reality, quite hard to accomplish, as you can dodge the shots. But Melkor does a great job over here, keeping those SOs alive. I like it. It's not going to end here, it seems, guys. Still gonna continue. Beautiful. Quick check of the time, though, guys. Yeah, all good. Grand final gonna happen in 40 minutes. Man, so many things at the same time happening, but then again, Melkor is now given up entirely here with the push for given reasons, right? And why is that? Because he needs to focus on what is happening to the north. And the push here is successful, but every time Melkor is neglecting at least one thing. And I feel that DauT could maybe make use of that. Just saying. The finals are live. The finals are live. Grand final is completely live. It's going to be the best of 7 even. For information, this is the best of 5. The next game is going to be best of 7. With Bhakti and Vivi. So more stuff to happen. I'm happy that we have 300 viewers at this point. Thank you so much once again to the people who are following. Once again to the ones subbing and donating. Really nice of you guys. Really appreciate the support. Giving me enough motivation and enough funding to simply go for new tournaments. It's really great of you guys, because this tournament so far, I like it a lot. I want to see more like this. But, Melkor, careful, careful now. The Conquistadors are dangerous. If utilized like this, they will take you down. You need a good force. The force that you have here to the north will be helpful for that one. But first of all, Melkor is cleaning up the map. DauT is in danger, but DauT is not dead. 160 villagers properly working. 118 villagers for Melkor. 28 to 81 military though. Melkor is on fire, man. He's going all over the place. He's messing up everything. It's really good. Yeah, no elite for Kongs. It's not worth it, probably DauT estimates. But BBT for DauT is, of course, a beautiful one. I just hope that Melkor is aware that something like this could mess him up, and he needs a plan for that one. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Because for now, DauT seems to be RIP on the map. A lot of ripperinos. That's it now. That's it. What will DauT do? This is his only chance to get out of this game. To get out of this base and win the game. And needs to be careful. Pay attention. Snipe. And not allow Melkor to come here in time. Because Melkor has one weakness with the Teutons. And that's of course their speed. They're super slow. But if they're there, then it's hard to deal with them. Spanish are faster. They can actually go for any kind of beautiful combination to take down multiple, numerous varieties of unit compositions with their beautiful tech tree in the end. But BBTs is a good beginning, just to secure the ground that he is claiming, and step by step going forward like this could make sure that he goes forward, but we'll see about it. Melkor still with a strong lead. Melkor still with a strong lead. Now this is kind of a death ball also prepared by DauT. He's been given enough time, and the military numbers are also increasing for him, whereas Melkor needs to adapt to this, I feel, because Halberdiers and Rams only will not do anything against this as long as the Conquistadors are there. And with that one I just ask myself what to do now, because the castle will go down, and then it will be an opening for DauT to push through here. Melkor needs to do something about it, and it's actually quite good that he tries to dig a hole in here and then push through with Halberdiers. Why is he splitting army? He just needs to... yeah, good question. At this point, just wants to pressure DauT from multiple points. With units, it's maybe not the best thing, and his Halberdiers will most likely not be super successful because I feel that there's enough Conquistadors. The traps are going down regardless. That's good for him. That's good. But the military count is now drastically dropping. 60 to 53. The bomber towers are helping out a lot. And those trebuchets are not in safety once the Conquistadors are used for sniping. Or the Hussars, of course. Let's see. And never forget those villagers. DauT is not scared. DauT is not scared. I don't believe it, man. He just doesn't care that there's so many SOs. He also trusts his BBTs here. As long as there's just a single trebuchet. Let's look at the resources. Melkor still with 2k gold on the bank, whereas DauT is about to die here with his resources. The issue over here has not been solved adequately though. Melkor is not able to push through. DauT is actually doing well here to the north. Once again, another push by Melkor. But the choke points are quite hurtful to him, because it's enough of a good chance for the bomber towers to take it to just get the effect of basically taking down those units. There's nothing else to say just regarding the situation, but then again, the trebuchets have enough time to work as well. The BBTs are going down. Melkor's doing really well here. But the pusher north is now cleaned up. More arch ranges, more stable. DauT is constantly reinforcing, man. I love to see this game. Melkor still sits on a lot of resources, doesn't use it. This population is better though. Careful now. Those SOs are dangerous. Lot of siege here for Melkor. But he's not going forward. I don't like to see this. He knows that he needs to be extremely careful, send the Halberdiers to the front. But he knows that the Halberdiers in theory get wrecked by those skirmishes and those bomber towers. So he needs to be extremely careful. The cap rams function as a meat shield, but they're enough hussars. That's rock, paper, scissors, perfectly done here on both sides basically. It looks so beautiful, doesn't it? Yeah, there's no mod currently doing anything here, so yeah. And Melkor now going through here, it seems. Once the bomber towers are down, this will be really tough for DauT to achieve anything. So will DauT call it? Or will he just try to push back as much as possible? Seems that Melkor's gonna win this one. Because now it's gonna be way too tough. But at the same time, man, I don't see too many SOs around anymore. Yeah. What about the SOs? What about the SOs? I guess once the Rams are done with, you cannot push through anymore because there's just one single SO alive. I mean, he's probably producing some. He isn't. Not so sure, guys. Well, it seems that it's gonna be enough, I guess. Yeah, I mean, DauT is completely falling apart here. Military count, man, Melkor is gonna win this. It's looking good. Yeah, what will DauT do now? Nothing. Incredible. Melkor, man. He's going through, step by step, taking apart everything that is on the map. Looking at the resources once again. Melkor here with that many resources, and DauT just hasn't enough to deal with it. So what exactly is the outcome of this matchup? Is he going to be able to deal with the trebuchets, or is it everything that he could offer and now he's going to die? Because the push is real. Military count 71 to 32. DauT. Is he going to make it? I don't see too many units anymore by Melkor though being actively used. Will it be pushed back like this if he doesn't reinforce correctly? It's halberdiers and rams all the time, but now DauT is still trying his best. Melkor's even moving back at this point. Realizing that it's going to be tough just with a single trebuchet. The push is not going to work too perfectly. Guys, I don't know if it's really over here at this point, because DauT is still doing his best, and as long as he tries, he just pushes Melkor back so sufficiently. It reminds me of Melkor versus Tedo here, where Tedo had Britons. Same defensive stance. It seems that the secret players are just so good at this, holding on in a situation where they're pressured so hard. And once again, the multi count for DauT is going up like there's no tomorrow. Those military buildings, man. He just doesn't give up. He just doesn't give up. Yeah, 4 relics is helpful for certain. That's the reason why we see Conquistadors still being made. And with that one, Melkor is not really stagnating. But he then is, because he's losing the cap ramps. And now it's all of a sudden only halberdiers. Melkor. No more gold. Pop capped. SOs in the making. But I guess that's a bit of a mismanagement because he has way too many halberdiers now, and he's pushed out of the base once again. He must retreat. Where's the relics? 4 relics for DauT and 1 for Melkor. I just wanna see. Yeah, there's his there's his monastery. And then what else? DauT is going out here, man. Nah, I've never been to Krefeld, to be honest. I just know that there's a power metal bands coming from Krefeld. Blind Guardian, yeah. That's the only thing I know about Krefeld. I heard it's nice there. And yeah, this is where we are at, guys. DauT is pushing out Melkor. I feel that he just overproduced halberdiers at this point because they don't work so well against those beautiful elite scrums by DauT. I know, as long as these SOs are not working correctly, that's the big idea, it will be too tough. There are not too many SOs in the making, I'm just saying. Guys, this is a bit of a tough one, isn't it? I thought for a second, not for a second, for 10 minutes or so, I thought, okay, Melkor's gonna make it like this, but DauT is not giving up here in this fight. Pushing through. He's not giving away the space that he has. That is basically his entire perfectly working economy. Man, look at this beauty. And then, yeah, Melkor also doing fine. I mean, they've been chopping quite some wood. They've been chopping some wood, man. And yeah, I feel that these are the last SOs that we're gonna see. I mean, this gold here, I understand, but check out the gold income for both players. It is 0 gold for DauT and 3 villages for Melkor. Once this gold is gone, I think Melkor will not do too much anymore because students need the gold. Of course, they can work with just halberdiers and elite skirmishers, but I guess that DauT can just easily work against this. And the issue with that one is Melkor does not have any access to proper hussars or anything like this as students, right? Of course, if you still fully upgrade them, the scouts that they're given, it can work, at least for raiding purposes, but in combat they just seem to suffer, and the SOs seem to suffer against those hussars. Each SO going down is a lot of resources down the drain like this against the hussar, and Ironclad is really important in this case, but I feel that Melkor is not able to hold it together here, or is he? Now that the map control is not important for the sake of the resources anymore, it's more of an even situation where DauT simply has 4 relics. 3 villages on goal is really not the biggest thing on the earth. Let me just check out DauT's resources. Yeah, it just seems so equal between the two. But then again, no more military for DauT. Is it the time to call it GG now? Nah, man, he's constantly producing, man. He's constantly producing. Sniping those SOs, I feel, would damage Melkor severely. Okay, DauT win, Gaming Tape says. I'm really not so sure. I think Melkor is still in a super decent spot with this death ball. But now DauT has realized that maybe something could happen with some over chopping. Oh, he's sending those hussars into the base now. If he does it correctly, he will of course hurt the entire economy, and this is bad for Tudans. If they're forced to go back, this would kill them, but it seems that the push of Melkor is going to be more severe. Or is it? Because once again, DauT is constantly reinforcing. I said 20 military, now it's 43 again. It just looks so incredible. The halberdiers are there, that's important. Clean up the hussars. Just doesn't stop, man. Melkor, can you do it? Will it be the 4th game? Will it be the 5th game? Well, at least we reached the point where I should have maybe started streaming 1 hour earlier, but that's GG for me. That's my issue, that's my problem. My mistake. But those hussars are edits. Or are they? Ah, the raid is not real. It has been closed. I think DauT will not make us. I think... Unless of course these SOs. If those SOs go down, I think that DauT has chances. If not, then Melkor will win this game, and then it's time for the next. It's a bit too slow in my opinion. Every time Melkor is just slightly too slow, giving DauT enough time to reinforce. And it's not the biggest army that we are facing. I'm just asking myself, where are the units? Alright, we have some here. Where are the remaining units? Ah, over here. They take down, of course, the military buildings of DauT to the north, but yeah. Now, no one will blame you about the schedule with games like this. Alright, that's good to hear, Biello. Happy to read this. But I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if Melkor is happy with the situation, because he's... this last step was quite important, but still not decisive. Great with scouts. Apparently everything's okay. And the SOs are going down, that's an issue. There's still those 3 villas on gold, but I feel that 1 BBT over here in this area, and then this gold is also GG. But there's this castle, we'll see about it. DauT is not giving up, man. This is really epic. man. I don't believe it. He just doesn't give up. He's struggling, man. I was about to give the MVP for struggling to Tato with his Britain's gameplay, because that was really epic. And then there's DauT still holding on. Is this live? This is a record, but it has never been shown. It is exclusive. And after this one, we will have live grand final with DauT and Vivi. And we will do live drafting and stuff like this. All those fancy things, guys. All those fancy things are gonna happen today. I don't see too many SOs anymore. I think that they're crucial. Take down those elite skirms. The Rams are not too ideal anymore, as they are those Hussars. Military count is completely equal now. 4-1 relics. Still some 3 villagers on gold. This is a good move by Melkor. I think it's yeah, is it that impactful? You just can reinforce better or faster with those halberdiers, but I think as long as we see the skirms working, as long as we don't see too many of those SOs, it's not going to be too healthy for Melkor. I don't know. It's just that he's able to hold on, but he doesn't have the fuel to actually push through. You know what I'm saying? And now that there are no trebuchets anymore, I think if DauT is able to save a bit of resources, he's going to be able to just hold on once again. Now the siege workshop over here. Let's see. You hear all the sounds of reinforcement here. Military units being created for Melkor, and for DauT it's the similar rhythm. This is the first time that DauT actually is in this area once again after some time. He wanted to snipe the SO, he wanted to snipe some siege units, he was successful with that one. And I think, guys, now it is time for Melkor to find out about another strat, because this is going to be too tough. Yeah, no more gold left. Now officially no more gold for the players, just the relics. It is time for the late game, the absolute late game. And that is of course really dangerous now. For both players actually, but I feel that currently DauT has the better army composition. Oh my god, the SO. Careful now. But there is a BBC. There's a BBC. And taken down. Oh my god, man. DauT, this could be even, I don't want to call it decisive, but really impactful for certain that he's able to snipe those SOs. Now that there's only one relic, we're not going to see too many SOs anymore, unless someone wants to sell off the resources on the market. But I am not so sure if this is the sanest option. Once again, this push over here, a little bit of a raiding by a couple of halberdiers, but against the bombard tower, not the winning move. And now Melkor stagnating completely. The military buildings are a good idea. He's constantly pop capped, but once again 68 to 73, guys. Oh my god, man, it does look too good, does it? And 370 viewers, man. Happy to have you all here. We didn't even get a single host. Damn. Thank you for the support, guys. And all the DauT lovers, man. All the DauT lovers. It's time for you to send him the energy because he has the momentum. He has the momentum. Yeah, this is gonna be his pushback. This is gonna be his pushback. I'm fairly confident here. This is gonna be really tough for Melkor from this point on. Yeah, once he, I mean, look at this. Even before the siege rams, before anything like this, already Hussars, already skirmishes going out. This is the first time, guys, after Melkor has joined with his other army to the north and finally went through here these walls. This is the first time that DauT actually stepped out again. Freedom for the Lord. Freedom for the Lord. 56 military versus 68. Melkor still a bit better. But the thing about that one is he tried to go in with a couple of Halberdiers, right? It could be annoying, but against Supremacy Vills, it's so tough to actually raid against them just like that. And now DauT is in a good position. Cap Rams, alright, alright. Now it is time for the Lord to actually spread out, push back. And Melkor needs to step up his defenses. He has, of course, the fortified walls. It's really good. But the question is, how good is it going to be? Because Melkor, I cannot believe that we see a Tyrant's push in full effect failing due to the fact that, yeah, it was just simply too tough to hold on for that long. And actually, yeah, basically just make those SOs work without a single mistake. Naturally, some mistakes happened. Of course, with Ironclad, you are safer. But then again, reality is just like this. DauT is taking over. Score is still better for Melkor. The KD is extreme. I think it's the first time we see that much of a high KD and that much of a long game. And with those BBCs, of course, the buildings will just be taken down, and then, yeah, just gonna be tough. He does have credulations, as I see. No, that's not credulations, is it? Nah, it is not. It's bullshit. But something to think about, right? Something to think about. Yeah, not sure why it will be quite useful at this point. Now is the time to have it. Now is the time to have it. Guys, we're about to reach 400 viewers with this bronze finals, man. Lovely stuff. This is crazy, guys, crazy. I wouldn't have believed that DauT is able to push out just like this. He's not there yet because this is a single onager. Let's see if it's going to be successful. Not a single strike, another one here now. And more in the making. It's called DauT Elements, the late game. Yeah, it's sick, it's sick. This guy, legend, is doing his best to survive and to even win the game. And it looks epic by the second. It's becoming more intense because I know, I don't want to say I have doubts in Melkor, but DauT is giving me the doubts for this game because, yeah, it's just extreme. Now Siege Ram in the making. This is going to be heavy metal from now on. This is going to be extreme stuff. Man, I don't even know what to say anymore about this matchup, man. It's so long and dramatic. If Melkor just loses this matchup, it would be so sad, actually. Because he's worked hard for the Teutons win, and this is one of his favorite civilizations in this game. And man, it's not gonna work like this, it seems. Because only Halberdiers, just a low frequency of SOs due to, well, no more gold, just one relic. Not going to work sufficiently anymore. He also needs to be careful if he just, you know, sells resources, he might not be able to reinforce with Halberdiers anymore. And this is the main fuel of his push, just to, you know, spend the units, have some meat shields, so to speak, at this point. Oh my god, man, DauT is not giving up. And he should feel motivated at this point. We would say, you know what, man? Great stuff. I'm surviving. I can actually do it here. I can still win this match. This is match point game. There's always the psychology if you have a match point game that you're messing up the third game, right? Because you know, wow, if I win, I can make it, and this would just end everything so fast. But there's always a psychological disadvantage with this one, because you pressure yourself indirectly as well. But DauT has surpassed this. If he ever felt like this, which I even don't think so, because he's extremely experienced. He is the legend of this game, concerning his yeah, long work for the sake of the community. I think that he's in a really good spot, actually. Also mentally, I can imagine he's doing really well at this point in this game. Melkor, on the other hand, should maybe realize, wow, my push has been GG'd. Now I'm even losing ground here. Danielle, bro, Danielle, thank you so much, man. Shoutouts to him. We're currently going for the bronze finals. It's match point game for DauT. And we are seeing how DauT is able to push back 1 hour and 37 here now against Melkor with the Teutons. Push back the Teutons push here. And while Melkor tries to keep DauT in his base, It's not going to work if he has just one relic in the bank. And then also no more gold income. Whereas DauT can spend more. Please put it fast speed. I'll make it a bit faster because the tight schedule here will wreck us. I'm not so sure how this is going. I don't know about the results here, so I'm equally fascinated. Yeah, this is sick. This is sick. Let me get a bit faster, right? Bit faster here. I'm telling you what, guys, it's even time to slow down a bit. Because man. What is happening? What is happening? Melkor losing more and more ground, and I feel that now the Hussar is having the time to batter down a couple of house walls. Some raiding is going to happen, because that's the most fragile part of his base. Of course, more needs to be done. Well thought by Melkor if he places more houses over here. But guys, I'm not sure about you and your feelings, but I feel quite excited here, seeing that basically Melkor is not going to be able to withstand the pressure anymore that DauT has been constantly offering, keeping him alive like this. Because now the map control shifts the owner, switches the owner, and it is going to be DauT all over the place, pushing now. It's 76 military versus 66, trying his best, but all in all, guys, this is looking really grim here for Melkor, with the Irish Habibi, the arena expert. Whereas DauT is having the time of his life, I guess. This must be a super boost for his mentality at this point, saying, hey, I was just in my base for 1 hour, now it's me all over the place. He can win this game, man. Elfish, man. Nice. Right, 430 viewers. We reached nearly 400 without any hosts. I'm really proud of this one. And it's not going to end, guys, because we are going to have live Grand Finals best of 7 after this. So don't you dare missing out on Vivi and DauT. I know the Lords is not going to be in the Grand Finals, because, you know, that's the Bronze Final, obviously. So there's no spoiler about this one. But still, it is going to be epic. DauT versus Vivino. But I'm just saying this because I have the feeling that Melkor will not make it anymore. Thanks so much for the follows, guys. Thank you for the support. Donations. Great stuff. Really appreciate the love, man. Thank you. The raid over here against those supremacy villagers, well, it is happening, but it is not deadly, is it? It's not as harming. 100 villagers for DauT, decreasing numbers. But also at the same time, Melkor, no more map control. Yeah, I just showed the raid over here, yeah. Exactly. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a raid, it's just a couple of elite skirms. But I think if he even put a bomber tower over here in theory, then this would not continue anymore. But for now, it is how it is. Yeah, the next is... The next is the Grand Finals. The next is the Grand Finals, guys. Directly after this. I believe we even don't have any time to wait anymore. So, at this point, it's incredible what DauT is offering. This is quite epic, this matchup here. And I'm proud to actually have this moment here on my own tournament. It's simply unbelievable how DauT is actually working well. It's, wow, it's such a beauty, this view, how successful, how consistent this guy is when it comes to just the pushback. Incredible. The barracks, man. I think this is even a bad barracks here because he's just queuing up so many units. He's actually decreasing his chances to survive here in the middle. And more ground is being lost by the Irish dude. The Irish Habibi. Yeah, indeed, man. He's losing more buildings to the north. Now DauT is reclaiming the map completely, also with his buildings. It's so beautiful. Throughout the entire game, DauT has been building so many buildings. The same was done by Melkor as well, don't get me wrong. But I like it because DauT was the one being pushed and he still said, you know what, I'm losing ground, I'm building more stuff outside, and it is working. He's just pushing, but at the same time, Melkor is pushing back. He tries his best. The BBT is problematic. If the ram goes down, it's going to be even more of a troublesome situation. We'll see. Because there's currently nothing, no unit doing something against this. Would be not ideal for DauT. It's not ending here, guys. You have a good death ball with help trap SO at one point, but 30 of help is on the other side of the map. Exactly. We had the situation pushed through here, and then just 30 helps. Try to get rid of the basically the reinforcement buildings, and that's something that Melkor has been talking about when elaborating his thoughts about the Teutons. It's basically a problem that if they are just forced to split, just go to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, that's problematic. Even though Melkor now having a pushback here successful, because DauT is now being, what is he doing? 40 military all of a sudden. Speed up a tiny bit more. Because we are on a tight schedule. Now don't tell me that Melkor is going to win this like this. We would be screwed if this is going to happen, because this game is going way too long. This is the length of 2 games now. Well, well. This is a game. This is a beautiful game. Well, not too many castles here. 2 castles for DauT, 1 castle for Melkorino. Come back on the replay or other potential rounds after the Grand Finals? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what would be the most hype for you. Live Grand Finals or recorded Grand Finals, basically. Man, is this game over or is it... what is happening? Yeah, the Rams are a problem here for DauT. Every time they are seen, they just deal a lot of damage. And once again, Melkor's able to push back here. Such a smart move. And DauT is not doing too well with his villager count. He needs to produce a bit more. But once again, once the halberdiers are gone, the Rams will be GG'd. I know, I know. Now the Rams have no purpose. This is the wrong move. Don't waste the Rams if you don't want to engage. More and more arch rangers, more and more barracks. These guys are insane. Simply insane. DauT constantly had this opening over here, by the way, just for information, you know, just casually, not caring about the holes in his walls. We even saw this, when was it? Was it against, Tato, right, the show match. Yeah, that was insane. Well, pop cap for Melkor, 163 population for DauT. Not looking too good all of a sudden for the Serbian player, you would say, but I also don't see too much of an optimistic view for Melkor, because he's able to deal with the situation, but he's not able to deal the damage. Right? That's maybe a difference here. That's maybe a difference here. Hand cannoneers, huh? Yeah. Won't be too bad, but currently the BBCs are there to take down the SO. Once that is done, I feel that DauT will be pushing out again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, BBC in danger. BBC survived with 3 HP. Hero BBC. Hero BBC. Such a back and forth in this entire game, and we're about to reach 2 hours. Timing. Wow, the game is going to start very soon. I need to write Robin to wait for me for a second. I'm gonna give you the view log here in just a second, because we're definitely gonna finish this match up here. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're back. We're back. Game is not over, guys. The game is simply not over. I cannot believe it, man. Now he is wasting his resources on the SO if he doesn't reconnect and kill the units. Oh, that was good of DauT, man. It's so valuable, those SOs. Especially if there's no more gold, just one relic. Yeah, this is now going really bad once again. As long as there's no siege for Melkor, he is going to lose. He knows that. He's trying to offer siege. He's trying to go for different approaches. Rams, SOs, quite some SOs. But he's now going low on the resources. And we have Conquistadores. If we have a hole, guys, if we have a hole. Oh, just in time by Melkor. But this is tough. Once they're inside, this is GG. Once they're inside, it's absolutely GG here. Careful now. Careful now. Perfect timing for Melkor to strike because DauT needs to pay attention to two things at the same time. Surviving here, at the same time going for the raiding. And he is going to be not through. Not through. But he's going to kill villagers. Stagnation over here. Melkor's being pushed back. Siege workshops after siege workshops. Melkor's denying the entrance. At the same time, he's losing the control over here. DauT is pushing forward now. Man, this is exciting, man. I cannot believe it that we're in this situation. What a game. DauT. Melkor, what are you guys doing? Melkor was really strong with this move. He just kept the cool head and backed this one off, because otherwise it would be instant GG. If those cogs go inside, you cannot do anything anymore. But man, those SOs being caught off guard, this is not good at all. Yeah, the cogs being wasted like this is not good at all, neither. So we actually have an overchop on Arena, like Oasis or whatever, Hideout. Hideout, this is Hideout, man. Look at this, man. They've been going deep so much, man. The villagers are encountering each other, man. Yeah, if DauT wins, this counts as a 5-game final. Right. This is epic. This is epic. Ooh, engagement over here is still not over. Maybe not too ideal for DauT, I would say, but man, so many units. So many units. Still not over, man. Bomber towers versus bomber towers. But you know what a good idea is? If those congs were just waiting here, then, you know, make it happen. Question is if that's even needed. Why is... Oh yeah, because the vills are dying here. Okay, I was just looking at the vill count. 110 to 109. 70 military for DauT and 80 military for Melkor. But this time DauT is going really far. The siege ramps are there. Not ideal that he only has access to scouts, but this is what he's given. Is +6 on the scouts. Looks crazy. But that's of course because they're simply scouts. And that's all about it. DauT is in a super good position. And there are some gaps. I'm just saying, man. I guess the Kongs, they're dead. Unless I'm blind. That's unfortunate. But there it is. The hole that I've been spotting, that I've showed to you guys, is there. And this is going to be extremely bad for Melkor, because now the economy is about to crumble. Guys, it is time for cheering for your lord, because he is about to wreck the arena champion, Melkor, delivering an extremely strong fight. 2 hours game, you cannot say that Melkor played bad. You cannot say anything against this. This is going to be extreme, and I hope you guys will remember this encounter with Melkor and DauT meeting up each other in the bronze finals of this beautiful tournament, weekend tournament. And there we are. It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand completely. Melkor is being raided. The villager count is dropping drastically. 80, less than 80. Military count still crazy for Melkor, because now, of course, he is freeing up the population and is now at 115 units. This could be actually quite strong. But I think it's not consistent, because if DauT is able to secure himself, then that's not going to work anymore, because he is losing that many villagers. That's not so healthy, is it? But then again, Melkor's rebooming. I don't believe it, man. He's rebooming. He is constantly pop capped due to the fact that he had so many units lined up in the queue. And wow, guys, we need to speed up a tiny bit more because this is going to be a bit too tight. Vivi is waiting. Vivi is waiting, and BackT will be waiting as well. So we are just sitting here, making it happen. And yeah, it's just so extreme, man. The gaps are closed, but once again they're open. The Hussars will go in. Yeah, DauT is going champs. This would solve a lot of issues concerning those Salvadiers. Yeah. We're at full speed now, guys. And the game still is not done. 2 hours plus. You don't see this one too often. But then again, we're on Arena. And now keep in mind that we're going to have a best of 7 very soon. Now it is time for me to actually go for the grand finals. So, is escape going to be over or not? This is epic. Now Melkor is in a completely reactive stance, you would say. Push is also not as successful. DauT is delivering good fight. The numbers are up. It doesn't end at all. But Melkor is doing work. Don't tell me it's a 3-hour game now. Don't tell me it's a 3-hour game. I don't want to encounter a situation like this. Oh my god, man. What an army. What an army. What a scary force. Super fast, man. Yeah, man, for the first time the score is quite tight. And DauT is taking the lead here, guys. DauT is taking the lead. And Melkor will be demotivated with this move because he is not giving up at all. It's GG. Can you hop later into finals to speed up? Yeah, maybe, but it's over. The Lord has won. He is the official 3rd place in DemEyesRed Arena Cup. Congratulations to the Zerban player. That was really strong. Really legit moves. I would like to elaborate a lot on this one, but I have to go back here. But before that, let's just dive into the achievements real quick. I'm just gonna join the tournament lobby here as well. Just a second. Okay, so military stats, whoa, 2,600 units versus 2,300. Those are numbers, guys. Those are numbers. And just for information for everyone who thinks now it's time to go, it's not, because BackT gonna fight Vivi here in the best of 7 live. That's the grand finals that's going to happen. So just bear with me for a second. And then it's going to be epic. So many resources, man. Look at the food count, man. What is this food count? 151k. 150. This is forced nothing, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is epic. What a matchup. I wish. Look at. You see? MPLH, and look at the remaining parts of this graph. Wow. Alright, guys. Alright. Time to go back.